Well, 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 well. Derby County are just 90 minutes, maybe 120 minutes from a day at Wembley. All that stands in our way? Manchester United. Let's get them. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Derby County series. My name, of course, is Breezy, and if you are new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like on the video as well. Now, we all know why we're all here, right? It's FA Cup quarter-final day, Old Trafford against Manchester United. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the action and probably get battered. I'm not confident. Is it obvious I'm not confident? I should quickly say, before we actually do jump into the game, a couple of games were played off camera against Queen's Park Rangers and Cardiff. Decent 1-0 win at home to Queen's Park Rangers with Tom Lawrence getting the goal, and then a 2-2 draw at home to Cardiff. We were 2-0 down after 6 minutes. Absolutely battered them. As soon as you got the deserved equaliser, no more highlights. Football Manager, ladies and gentlemen. But as I said, the reason we're all here is for this massive FA Cup tie against Manchester United. And this is the team that we're going to be going out with. We have some injury concerns, unfortunately. Andre Gray is currently out with a twisted knee. He's out for another week or so. Max Bird is suspended, which is never ideal. Nathan Byrne is the real big one. 4 to 6 weeks for a broken wrist. Annoying. He's going to be out for quite a considerable amount of time. And Tom Lawrence has done his hamstring once again. He's going to be out for another week. But luckily, Joswiak is back fit, firing, ready to go into starting 11, and Kaiki is also fit enough to return to the bench as well. I mean, I've just noticed as well our bench is lacking a lot of match sharpness, so if we do have to make substitutes, yeah, that's gonna be tricky. But it's just Manchester United, right? Like, I mean, what have we really got to be worried about here? West Brom, interesting enough, have got themselves into the semi-finals of the FA Cup this season as well, and yeah, it's like I say, it's Manchester United. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing to be worried about. I mean, I'm sure they've rotated, right? They haven't rotated. Oh Christ! Oh, this is going to be brutal now, isn't it? Diego Simeone is the Manchester United manager this season. So, you know, I mean, that could mean they'll you know, play very defensive, and that will give us a bit of a chance to create some chances. You never know. As it's an early free kick whipped in towards Ronaldo, back post, Harry Maguire into the side netting, and it's an early let off. For us there as Ronaldo doing what he does best and winning headers. But yeah, the thing is, it's impossible to predict what's going to happen with this Derby team. We've been so good all year of just not knowing when we're beaten, and we never really accept defeat. As Ferguson's been played in, and Ferguson, it's saved and he's offside. Okay, I mean, it's not going to go down as a shot on the match stats, but we're going to count it, obviously. But yeah, this Derby County side are very good at just not accepting defeat. Even when we go goal down, when we go 2 goals down, we do find a way to fight back. And as I think we've seen in the last episode against Leicester, we're not going to be any pushovers today. As Mousse there has just got away from Rafael Varane, and he's got a bit of a free run at goal here. Mousse, just go all the way, lad, into the penalty area, and Fernandes can't catch him, and he's hit the post. I mean, what is going on? Genuinely speechless. That is what this Derby team does to me. I don't know. I don't have the words for what this Derby team do to me. We go so close to taking the lead at Old Trafford, but now it's United with the chance to attack with Rashford running down the left-hand side, looking for Paul Pogba on the edge of the box. We've had to clear it. We don't clear it. Dani Olmo curls it into the bottom corner, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference. That's the thing, when you're playing these sorts of teams with this sort of squad, you kind of have to take your chances because they've got players who are capable of just pulling something like that out of the bag. It's a wonderful finish from Dani Olmo. There's not really much Daniel Bentley can do about it. And yeah, Manchester United, looking at the match stats, take a deserved lead. But again, look, we're Derby County. You've seen what we're capable of this season. Do not rule us out just yet. Joswiak is having an absolute stinker as well. I think, he's knackered as well. Like, he only just come back from injury. The plan wasn't really to start him in this one, but that Lawrence injury kind of forced our hand a little bit. I'm going to tell you I'm quite happy with how things are going, to be honest. I don't think there's really much need to change anything. The only one thing I'm going to change, though, is Joswiak coming off and Kaiki going onto that right-hand side, just because Joswiak, he's not having a particularly great game, and he's not exactly fit for this one either. So I think Kaiki, even though he's just back from injury, it's better than what Joswiak's producing at the moment. So let's see what he can do. I'll tell you what, Dunkley there has just launched a really aimless pass forward, and it's just been easily picked out by Luke Shaw. It's not the type of thing that we really need today. I think we just need to be, if we you're going to have any chance against United, you need to be better at keeping the ball. As we allow Maguire to try and play out from the back. Fernandes looking for Sancho, finds him into Dani Olmo. I can see Ronaldo ahead of him. I can see Rashford ahead of him. Into Bruno Fernandes. Good save from Bentley. And there's Cristiano Ronaldo with his 17 for the season to make it 2-0. Oh, but I mean, to be fair, by this point, I'll be honest, I thought we'd be 5-0 down, so I'm going to take this as a bit of a win, to be honest. It's just a bit too easy for Manchester United, though. The frustrating thing for me is it all comes from just us giving the ball away so cheaply. It's just such a wayward ball from Dunkley. Straight to Luke Shaw, and they capitalise. And yeah, it's annoying, especially when it's a rebound goal. Same for Benny, did well to make the save. We have a corner now, though. Martin swings it in, and Dunkley hits the crossbar, and Rashford gets ahead to it to get it clear. And for the second time this afternoon, we've hit the woodwork. I've got a horrible feeling, viewers, it's just not going to be our day. And on top of everything, Dane Scarlett's just picked up an injury. We spoke about it before the game. We're getting quite a few injuries at the moment, and now we've got another one. And probably this is potentially a really damaging one for the season. Dane Scarlett is our top goal scorer. Troy Parrott's going to come on. Actually, we'll swap him and Mousse around. But yeah, with Andre Gray out as well. I mean, we've got an international break after this game, thankfully, so we'll hopefully get some of the boys back for the next game against Burnley. But yeah, hopefully Scarlett's injury is not too bad. If he's out for the rest of the season, then that could really put our promotion chances in real jeopardy. As United coming forward again, Rashford swings the ball in. Ronaldo's there, good save from Bentley, hitting the woodwork twice. I mean, man, it's like realistically, this could be 2-2 if those ones go in. Rashford just absolutely mugged Bentley off there. Ronaldo's shots blocked. Defending for our lives here. Ferguson brings it out. Is this going to be a chance for us? Mousse away from Dallo, looking for Troy Parrott. Is he going to beat De Gea to it? He doesn't, and De Gea just gets there ahead of him. It's been so many nearly moments for Derby today. It's so frustrating. But with 20 minutes to go, we are looking particularly tired. I think the amount of games we've been playing recently are starting to catch up with us. Almost swings the corner in. It falls to Marcus Rashford. I don't know how on earth that's gone in. It's 3-0 to Manchester United. And the FA Cup dream for Derby this season is dying a very slow, painful death at Old Trafford. It's 3-0. How does it even happen? Who is that lays on a plate for Rashford? It's Lundstrom. Nice one, mate. Cool. Thank you for coming on loan for the rest of the season, mate. We're glad to have you here. But there you have it then. I mean, it's not full-time just yet, but it's pretty much going that way. We've been 3-0 down. Like I said, our FA Cup run comes to an end. But, I mean, look, you have to say, looking at the bigger picture, what an FA Cup run it was. That game against Leicester is going to live long in the memory, I think, of the Derby County fans. And, to get to a quarter-final, it's the most difficult draw we could have got away at Old Trafford. If we were at home, who knows? Maybe we could have used that home advantage to maybe give us a bit more of a chance, but going to Old Trafford and trying to get a result, even despite what United are like in real life in FM, they're always just so dangerous. And it was just a bit too much for an ask from the boys today. But on the bright side, it means we can focus a little bit more on the league campaign as we go into the last few months of the season. As Rashford goes in, it's a lovely first-time finish. Great ball from Sancho. It's 4-0 to United. And, we don't lose very often this season. But if you're going to lose, you lose to a team like Manchester United, I suppose. And I mean, I'm looking at this now thinking if we do get promoted, we are going to be, we're going to be in serious trouble. Of course, we'll worry about that if and when it comes to that. It's definitely more if than when, because our place, position at the top of the league is not exactly strong. But yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit more before we play Burnley. 4-0 to Manchester United, fair enough. It's pretty much kind of what you expect, really. A little part of me thought there was going to be, like, when with that chance when Mousse hit the post, there's a little part of me that thought, we might pull this off today, but no, Danny Olmo quickly put pain to that. I've said they're giving their best effort and they're all demotivated, which I don't think makes much sense, but football manager things. Right, international break now, and then on to Burnley, which I will see you in a second for. Don't go anywhere. Before we do that, I completely forgot Dane Scarlett got injured. We've just found out the news. It's a twisted ankle, 3 to 6 weeks. It's not a season ender, and like I said, thankfully we won't play again for another 2 weeks, so he's hopefully not going to miss that many amount of games for us, but that is less than ideal. Hi again, viewers. A couple of things. I completely forgot that the Burnley game got rescheduled, so it's actually Ipswich that we'll be playing next, not Burnley. Apologies for that. I completely forgot before the Man United game. I got a notification saying the Burnley game was being rescheduled. So the next game is going to be against Ipswich. But more importantly than that, we've just had our youth intake. An excellent intake, it reckons. Reece Jenkinson, Shamar Hastings. They're the two names that stand out straight away. 1.5-star current ability. As you can see, Reece Jenkinson, potentially 4.5-star, potentially, and then potentially 4-star with Shamar Hastings. Let's take a look then. Reece Jenkinson, winger, attacking midfielder, striker, elite talent. What do we reckon? Is he going to be any good? Let's find out. I know he's 15. Like I know there's plenty of time for him to develop, but like his dribbling's fantastic. He's got good technique. He's good in the air, but he's got 5 jumping reach. So I wouldn't call him elite. Would you call this man elite? I say man, he's a child. Would you call him elite? I don't think he is. Shamar Hastings then, what have you got to offer as a ball-winning midfielder with 7 tackling and 7 marking? And 8 heading at 6 foot. I mean, maybe you're a centre-back. Some of his mentals are pretty cool, to be fair. Like, 20 aggression is a bit of a risk, but 17 bravery, good teamwork. Leadership, decision-making is pretty strong for his age. I said we've been having injury trouble so far in the last few weeks, but great news. Tom Lawrence is actually back from his injury and will be available to play against Ipswich. Bad news is Josh Martin's going to miss it. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks for a pulled hamstring. I can't be asked. Again, he's been really good this year. Great player. Right then, viewers, it is game day. We play Ipswich Town at Portman Road. They are in 7th, so they're chasing a playoff spot currently, so they've got quite a lot to play for. As for us, we currently sit then 2 points clear of Norwich at the top of the table and 4 points clear of West Brom, who find themselves in 3rd. And even better for Derby fans, we find ourselves currently 7 points clear of Nottingham Forest with the game in hand, so that is fantastic. They've dropped off in recent weeks. But a big game here. I mean, Norwich have quite a difficult game away at Reading, whereas West Brom are at home to Birmingham, so you expect West Brom to win that one. That Norwich-Reading game, though, if Reading can do us a huge favour and take some points off Norwich, and we can do our job and beat Ipswich, we will give ourselves quite a healthy lead as we kick off April at the top of the table. Plus the goal difference, having the best goal difference in the league as well, gives us a huge advantage. So come on, boys, let's see if we can get a good result. As you can see, we are kind of plagued by injuries at the moment, so I'm going to quick play around the team, and we'll talk through the starting 11. Okay then, as you can see, we are going with a strike partnership of Andre Gray and Lys Mousset up front, with Lawrence Bird, Ferguson and Joswiak in the midfield, and Silva, McIntyre, Dunkley, McDonald at the back, with Daniel Bentley in goal. Can we keep up our good form? Can we keep up our amazing league season? Again, only one league defeat so far this season. That came at the hands of Barnsley. I don't want Ipswich to be the team that stops this run for us. I want to keep the momentum going, get another 3 points under our belts, and like I said before the game, cement our position at the top of the league table. So come on, Derby, let's make some magic happen. Let's make some magic happen. I don't think I've ever said that before in an episode. I don't know if I'm ever going to say it again, to be honest. I do this sometimes. I just sort of say things on a bit of a whim and regret it almost immediately. Anyway, football. As it's an only free kick here for Ipswich. Ward, short to Bobby Reid, or Decordova Reid, as he's now known, as McIntyre sticks a foot out quite lazily and he ends up giving it back. But thankfully, it doesn't come to anything. It actually leads to a counter-attack for us. Gray linking up with Max Bird, and I can see Lys Mousset making a run into the penalty area as Gray tries to take on Vincent Young and doesn't get anywhere close to beating him. And now Ipswich have the ball back. Launched forward, but only as far as Lewis Ferguson. Out to Joswiak. Now, can we build something here? Joswiak down this left-hand side. Options to aim for in the middle. Andre Gray's one of them. The shot's blocked. Falls for Tom Lawrence, who hits the crossbar. It's an unbelievable effort from Tom Lawrence. And it really should have been 1-0. So close to taking the lead. A highlight immediately afterwards. This time with McDonald with a throw-in. And can we get the ball into the penalty area now with Ferguson? Linking up with McDonald well. Back to Ferguson. Ball in. Mousset doesn't win the header. It comes back to Max Bird, though. And now Silva, as patiently waiting for an opportunity here, Derby, to spring a chance. As Ferguson goes for goal, and that is an absolute wonder strike from Lewis Ferguson. Goalkeeper had no chance of getting there, right into the top corner. And what a strike from the captain to give Derby the lead inside the first 10 minutes. Come on, you Rams. I've had it all play around with the panels as well, so we can actually see the latest scores on the league table. And as you would have seen there, Norwich taking the lead against Reading, which is less than ideal for us. It means as things stand, we'll maintain only having a 2-point lead at the top of the table, but still plenty of football to be played as Dunkley heads clear of the cross, comes to Vincent Young. Don't do anything stupid here, like give away a penalty, boys, as Young goes back to Harper. It's a bit too easy for Ipswich, and Andrew Moran has equalised for him. I mean, the lack of defending on display there from us was abysmal. We didn't close them down, no efforts to try and stop the cross, and Ipswich find themselves back on level terms. So poor from us, but look, been in this situation many times so far before this season. I'm confident in the boys that we can turn this around and come away with the win still. As it's a free kick to Ipswich. Ward sends it in. If we've not won the header, and the referee's given a penalty for handball for Andre. What? Out of absolutely nothing, Ipswich have a penalty and have a chance to give themselves the lead for the first time in the game. Up steps Scott Fraser against Daniel Bentley, who was the penalty hero in the last episode. He goes the wrong way this time. And Scott Fraser, I started there because I thought it was Ryan Fraser for a second, but no, Scott Fraser buries it, sends Bentley the wrong way. Out of nowhere, we're 2-1 down. I'm not exactly sure how it's happened, to be honest. We need an immediate response from us, though. McDonald into Ferguson. As there's 10 minutes to go before half-time. It'd be a good time to score, as we're looking to build from the back, like we have done a lot this season. Bird into Mousset. Can link up with Grace. A lovely 1-2 between the two strikers. Mousset's cleared through on goal, and he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, there's one man you want in that situation. It probably is Lys Mousset, but he's bottled it, let's be honest. Lawrence swings the corner in. Dunkley wins the header. You're telling me that hasn't gone over the line? Are you joking? I saw the net ripple viewers. Oh, we're absolutely watching it again. Oh, it's not crossed the line. It's somehow hit the inside of the post and come out. I don't know if that's physically possible, but we should be level. The fact we're not level. Please, boys. Andre Gray has now got a bruised shin. Should I take him off? I mean, he's giving away a penalty, and he's not really particularly playing well. I think we must bring Troy Parrott on for the second half. As a switch we're going to make then. I've also changed the mentality from balance to positive as we go and search for an equaliser in the second half. Norwich is still leading Reading as well, as it might be a chance for Ipswich as Fraser into Penny. And again, there's not really much no one near him, but Mousset getting back and doing his defensive work, and then proceeds to give the ball away. Bobby Reid nearly makes it 3-1. What on earth are we playing at? Not really been good enough so far, it has to be said. I mean, the way things stand, we're still sitting in the promotion spots, and we still sit well clear of Nottingham Forest, but obviously West Brom are the main concern, and they play later on today. Norwich is still beating Reading as well, and Forest are winning as well. I mean, time is just getting away from us here, and we're not really seeing much from the boys. So it could well be another chance for Ipswich as Harper picks it up into Bobby Reid, and McIntyre comes with McIntyre, goes straight back to a Ipswich player though, and now Chaplin with a chance to get the ball into the box, goes back to Penny, the cross comes in, are we there? Lawrence does well to head clear, now an opportunity for counter-attack as Mousse running at the Ipswich defence. Parrott's not really gone with him, he goes instead to Joswiak, and now Parrott makes a run into the penalty box, and can we pick someone out? Joswiak sends the cross in, Mousse's there, but we have won nothing in the air today. Ferguson now has it, into Troy Parrott, can he work something, into Joswiak? I mean, our backs are to goal, boys. For some reason, we're not really, we're not taking initiative and taking any risks to try and get a shot off. As we've been a bit more patient with it now. As Joswiak, there's a pass on. Is he going to try and pass it? No, goes himself. Joswiak, can he finish? Oh, it's such a bad effort. What the hell is that? I don't care if he's on a 7.1. He's coming off for that. That was pathetic. He's coming on then as to give us. Oh, he's not apparently because the confirmed changes bug thing has popped up again. I hate that about this year's game. Big news from the Madacey Stadium. Reading have actually equalised against Norwich. So now, I mean, we're in a situation now where an equaliser, if it stays a draw there and we can get an equaliser, it's actually not too bad of a result for us. But as I say that, Ipswich come forward, the cross comes in, McDonald heads clear, which no one's there. I mean, should have been Kaiki there to get there, but because the change didn't go through, he wasn't. And Ward, forced to save from Bentley. I don't know why he's not caught it. We're still top of the league as things stand. As it's a corner for Ipswich, Bobby Reid swings it in. The header comes in, it's a great save, but Fraser is there to head in the rebound. And for the second time in the league this season, it looks like Derby County are going to suffer a defeat in the Championship. We've just not been good enough today. Just going forward, like lack of decent decision making, and just poor finishing when we do get a chance in front of goal. It ultimately is going to cost us. As we're still pressing forward, trying to get ourselves back into the game. The cross comes in. Mousse apparently is allergic to jumping. Every time a cross has gone into him, he's got nowhere near winning the header. And now Ipswich are going to break on us as Moran into Bobby Reid. I mean, it's going to get embarrassing if we're not careful. Thankfully, we're there to clean up, and Bentley sends it long. There is an element of luck to this game. In fact, it's just not been there for us. As Mousse plays in Troy Parrott. Please, Troy. Oh, get out. I'm so sick of watching my strikers just, blast the ball straight at the goalkeeper. I say there's been an element of, bad luck on our side, but at the same time as that, our finishing, from our attacking players, has been nothing short of abysmal today. Reading have scored late on against Norwich, so that actually, all things considered, has probably worked out in our favour, as we see here. Reading got a 94th minute winner against Norwich. So we still sit 2 points clear of Norwich. West Brom have a game in hand and we're 4 points above them. So they could go level on points with Norwich. They could go above Norwich if they win their game. And we obviously have that game in hand over Nottingham Forest as well. Disappointing day at the office. The fact Norwich have lost makes me a little bit more annoyed that we haven't won that game. But then the flip side of that is the league table doesn't really change in terms of where we sit. But just not good enough at all from us today. Really not good enough. Right then, viewers, for the first time this season, then we've suffered back-to-back defeats, and that unfortunately is going to be the end of today's episode. I think the current plan is we're going to be back for the games against West Brom and Preston. West Brom obviously right up there with us in the league table. If it looks like certain things are happening and the league table changes before those two games, we'll obviously come in before that. But as of right now, the plan is to come back for those two games at the end of April, and we'll see what happens come the end of the season. I'm going to say right now, I think given we only lost 2 games this season, I think we deserve to go up this year, and if we don't, I will be very, very sad. But we'll, of course, have to find out how the season concludes in a few episodes' time. Thank you, as always, for watching. Remember, if you are new around here, please remember to sub to the channel and leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed today's episode as well. I will see you next Friday. It's going to be a very stressful end to the season, and I am terrified. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss the conclusion of this season. So again, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the final few episodes of this season. And hopefully, come the end of it, we'll be celebrating the fact that Derby County will return to the Premier League. But until then, look after yourselves. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.